A double amputee is gunned down by a Houston police officer. Now the search for answers.
Our Tiffany Craig has been digging into this story all day long and uncovered new information about the suspect and the officer. What'd you find out, Tiff?
Well, first of all, that officer has been involved in a fatal shooting before, which I'll tell you more about in just a moment. But the man in the wheelchair lived in the home you see behind me for about a year and a half. And it was no secret to the people there that he was violent and he would lose his temper. And they believe that played a part in what happened here early Saturday morning. A train accident took his arm and leg. A Houston police officer took his life.
It was a guy without an arm, without a leg, in a wheelchair with a pen in his hand, gets shot in the head and killed. That's insane.
The case of Brian Claunch is getting lots of attention after police were called to the group home for mentally ill patients.
He got agitated in the middle of the night and started getting a little bit violent. And the person who has stayed with him at night called the police, called 911.
Apparently, Claunch wanted cigarettes and a soda, and police say he threatened them, cornered one, and was shot in the head.
For the cops to go in there and just, with guns drawn, it's ridiculous.
Houston's police chief, Charles McClellan, released a statement about what happened with 5-year officer Matthew Marin by saying, "It is my desire to have everyone reserve judgment until all the facts and evidence in this investigation have been gathered." Claunch is said to be schizophrenic and bipolar, but the chief assures us that all Houston police officers receive mandatory crisis intervention training, specifically dealing with persons experiencing mental crisis. But some question why a taser wasn't used and just can't believe how the situation was handled.
What should have happened is that they should have used their crisis intervention training or used a taser, but not shot a man without an arm and a leg in the head.
Now the case that's being talked about around the country is being investigated by the FBI. So Officer Marin is now on administrative duty for 3 days, which is standard in cases like this. But we're also told back in 2009, he shot and killed a man who was running around with a knife and had just stabbed his girlfriend and a neighbor. We are live in Southeast Houston. Tiffany Craig, KHOU 11 News.